Hello everyone. Hi. In my WhatsApp group for the Alberta immigration program experiences, there has been this one popular question about a job offer letter. What is a job offer letter and how to prepare it, or what to check in a job offer letter? Okay, so I've been answering them pretty frequently, but let me make a comprehensive video on that. Okay, so in the next section, what I'll do is I have prepared a sample offer letter which worked for me. This is totally inspired from the actual offer letter that I used for my immigration purpose, and I'm just prepare a sample, removing all the details. So this is just a sample that I have prepared so that it can help you guys. Okay, so let's dive into it. In this section, you would see this offer letter here. This is a sample offer letter. So first thing that you need to understand about an offer letter is that this is an offer letter. This is not an appointment letter. Okay, so first and foremost thing is that, so be very clear about that. It's a offer letter. Why I say that, I'll just come to that in a minute. So the first important component of this offer letter would be it should be on a company letterhead. It offers a great deal of authenticity if it's on a company letterhead. Okay, if it's not, then it's problematic for you. So make sure this is on a company letterhead. Ircc and also Alberta immigration program makes it amply clear that this offer letter should be on a company letterhead. Okay, so the first section that you need to worry about is it should be on a company letterhead. Okay, number two, coming next to the point, date. This offer letter should be dated. No questions about it. Should be dated, and this date should be as close to the date of submission as possible. So if you are submitting a document, say on today, 10th of February, it should not be 10th of January or 10th of December, something like that, right? It should be as close as possible. So for this case, I would say even 1st of February or 5th of February, if the date is as close to the date of submission, it's good for you. The reason I say that, if it is too dated, what will happen is that the immigration officer might ask for your letter again, and that might cause delay in your application processing. So let's not delay anything. Let's just submit the letter as soon as we get it. So date as close to the submission date as possible. Next two sections, company name and company address. Very self-explanatory. It's the name of your company that's offering you a job, and its registered address in Canada. The next section is the addressing of the letter. So in this sample, you would see it says to whom it may concern. That is one of the best way of addressing a letter. As I told you in the starting of the video, starting of this section, is that this is an offer letter. This is not an appointment letter. So this need not be addressed to you. Your appointment letter is with you. This is an offer letter, basically authenticating that you are working for the company. Okay, so keep that in mind while checking on this requirement, on this document, that this is a source of authentication for the immigration officers. So to whom it may concern is the safest way. Few people reached out to me on WhatsApp group saying that my company is not willing to write to whom it may concern in the offer letter. See, if your company is not willing to cooperate, you don't have much choice, have you? So in that case, if they are willing to put Ircc name or immigration officer name, like to the immigration officer or something like that, you have to go by that. But I would say try and convince them. If they agree to put to whom it may concern, it will help you a great lot. Not just in the PNP application, but also in your Federal Express Entry program, because this letter has to go to the Federal Express Entry program also. Okay, so to whom it may concern is the best way forward. Okay, After this, the content of the letter, you would see I have discussed in 4 paragraphs. Okay, the first thing is you need to understand is that the order of this paragraph can change. Okay, each if your employer is an established employer, it mostly has a format of these letter. So just me telling that it should be in this order will not work for them, but overall the content in these 4 paragraphs should be captured. Okay, so you get my thrust. Order might be different, but the content should be there. Okay, the first 2 paragraphs here, para 1 and para 2, basically deals with your company. So include as much information about your company as can, and if you're getting this letter, make sure that somewhere in the letter at least 10 or 12 lines are there for your company. This is basically introduces the company to the immigration officers, plus again gives a lot of authenticity. If you want to verify this or you want to check this is something similar to a about me page on a company website, where a company says that okay, this we are this company, we were established at so and so places, this is our annual turnover, we have offices in so many places of the world, we employ so many people, something like that. So this is an introduction. Each company might have a different introduction about itself. This is the section usually in web pages company uses to impress its future customers, and here a similar kind of information would be needed. So this information, a company profile, is important here. This section might also help you in submitting a company profile. So for example, in Alberta immigration program, there is a section about company profile. So if this kind of information is available in your offer letter, you can copy this information from there and submit it as a company profile document. Company profile doesn't need to come from a company. You can prepare it yourself. Okay. Third paragraph is by far the meat of the document. This is in business term we say where the rubber hits the road. This is where the company is giving details about the job that you are doing, the kind of work you are doing, your benefits, and it kinds of validates that yes, you are an employee of the company and this is the offer, and this job offer is authenticating your working with us. Obviously it should contain your employee name and employee name and ID. But apart from that, what I have found is that again this information comes from Alberta immigration, but this I found really useful for my Ircc application also. Your offer letter should contain, or should at least contain, let me put it that way, should at least contain these bullet points. I have put it in across 8 bullet points here. So some of which we have covered and some of which we will cover again. So in any order, not in any particular order, but these 8 points should be there in your job offer. So for example, if you are getting a job offer from a company, the company might say, okay, I have a format for job offer, take this. When you're taking that job offer, you're obviously reading it and make sure that it has these components on that job offer. So first is on the company letterhead. Yes, we covered that. It should be on a company letterhead. We already covered it at the starting of this section. It should show the job title. Obviously, job title is very important. It shows what kind of work you are doing in the company, and it's kind of a guide towards your NOC. So whatever NOC you are claiming, job title should roughly match that NOC, or should roughly not match, I would say. I think let me say the word as justify. Should justify that particular NOC. Next, it should show the salary or wage. Salary or wage, your compensation, your bonus, any kind of benefits that you are getting. Very self-explanatory. It should be there. It could be annual, monthly, hourly, totally up to the employer. Duration of employment. Duration of employment is important. Duration of employment is important in the sense that even Ircc wants you to have a job offer which is kind of which is valid till 1 year after you get your PR. So make sure you have the duration of employment is enough to cover that period. In most cases, what happens, your job offer is continuous, permanent, so there is no end date to it. That is also fine. Okay, so duration of employment is important. Make sure that is there in a job offer letter. Working conditions. So under working conditions, what the immigration officers looks is your location. If you are applying for PNP, working conditions should very clearly says your location of employment and how many hours of week you would be working. At least 30 hours, 40 hours is kind of standard. More, okay, better. Show the job duties. Job duties is kind of you can tell it, say it as a kind of a extra explanation on top of your job title. So say if you are working as a software engineer, if your company wants to include few words about your job duties, they can do that. But what I have seen works best is if your company just says that he or she would be working with us and the job duties would be as per the company policies. So he or she would be assigned a work as per the company policy, and that is fair. You are safe there. It should be signed by you and your employer and your Alberta employer. Obviously, that goes without saying. This is an official document. This has to be signed by somebody who is authorized in your company to sign offer letters, and it should be signed by you. In most cases, what will happen, your employer will give you this as a PDF or as a soft copy. Print it out, sign it at the bottom at the end, and then sign and date it. Yeah, sign and date it, and then scan it back and upload. And include your contact information. It should obviously include your contact information, who is signing, and if there is a question about who, somebody needs to validate this, so who should this validation go to. That is what I have covered in para 4 in this document. If you see here, company contact who can verify this letter. So this is this line should very clearly say that, okay, if somebody needs to verify this offer letter, this is the contact person in our company, and this is the contact person in our company, and this is his or her email ID, phone number, whatever contact way. This is where this can be important if somebody wants to verify your information. Giving this information again adds a lot of authenticity to the document. After that is just the signing. It should be signed sincerely for your company name, signed by either the HR managers, HR directors, anybody who's authorized in your company. Make sure this is not a manager letter. Okay, this is something which should come from somebody who is authorized to give you job, authorize your job, and things like that. So don't go for a manager letter in this format. This will not help you. If your manager is not authorized to sign. If your manager is authorized, then it's okay. But usually this is done by HR or somebody in HR in that position who can give or take your job. Signature of the authorized person. Obviously from signature nobody can make out the name. So name of the person and the designation of the person. All this will add a lot of credibility to the document. So, and if this is soft copy, just take a copy of it and then somewhere below here or somewhere you can sign it. If there is a section for the candidate to sign, you can sign it, use that section. Otherwise, just take a printout and sign it. Okay. So this is the format of the job offer letter that you guys might use. I hope this helps you in more than one way. I have had a lot of questions on this, and I hope I've been able to answer your questions. If you still have questions on this, reach out to me. I already shared this this document within my WhatsApp group. If you need it again, I can share it again. And yeah, so that's it from my side for this one. And if you need anything more, reach out to me. You know how to reach out to me. And thanks everybody for supporting me. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.